Hey guys, it's Heather. For those that are new, welcome to my channel. And for those who are returning, welcome back guys. It's good to see y'all again. If you are new here, drop me a comment. Let me know where you're watching this from. And everybody, I want to know what y'all crafting. Seriously. Y'all know I'm nosy. I want to know what you're making. Help me out here, guys. Feed my nosiness. So, today's card, it's adorable. It's again sticking with that purple and red theme for Valentine's Day because you know I like it. So we're sticking with it. Next card will too have red and purple, just spoiler alert. So here we are, and it's adorable. It has little hearts on the inside. Isn't that just cute? I am going to sit that here, and I'm going to go over the cut guide with you real quick. And I'll go through the measurements too as we're doing it again, if you want to screenshot it. Basic white cardstock base is 4 1/4 by 11. You're going to score it at 5 1/2 on the 11-inch side. Highland Heather cardstock is 4 by 5 1/4. Real red cardstock is 3 1/8 by 4 1/4. And you're also going to need another piece of real red cardstock cut to 4 by 1/2 inch. The red and pink heart DSP paper is 2 7/8 by 4. And your basic white last piece of cardstock is 5/8 of an inch by 2 7/8. All right, let's get started. Now, I had someone request that I show you how I cut my cardstock down. They were new, and I love showing all kinds of goody doodads, how-tos. So here's a regular piece of cardstock, 8 1/2 by 11. You're going to cut it first on the 8 1/2 inch side to get a card that opens from bottom to top like this. So you're going to put it in the 4 1/4, 4 1/4. And I hope that's in camera. If it's not, sorry. You can see it down here. Well, maybe you can see it down there. 4 1/4. So that's going to give you 2 card bases. We only need 1, so we are going to then take it and we are going to 5 1/2, and that is this middle line going down here on your cutter. Let me put this more into, that's as good as it's going to get, guys. 5 1/2, I'm sorry, 5 1/2, not 5 1/4, and that's where you're going to score it. That's the gray blade on your Stampin' Up cutter. Gray blade scores, brown blade cuts. Bad for scoring. Good for scoring. All right, and I've told you in my past videos, sharing again, when you cut, sometimes you get this little rolled edge. All you have to do is take your bone folder and go over it once, and there you go. Okay, we are going to fold on the scored line. So our card is now the appropriate size. Like that, ta-da! Let's go ahead and let's stamp on the inside. We are going to use our Sweet Conversation stamp set. We're using this stamp set right here. I've already got it on the block. Because this is actually, guys, my second take for this card. The first one didn't end well when I dropped my rubber stamp on the inside when I was trying to stamp it. Oh! Actually, it's my 4th, because I also have bloopers because I could not talk at the beginning of the video a couple times to welcome everybody. Yeah, just one of those days. All right, so we're going to stamp right here in the bottom left corner, like that. And then, I hope my head's not in there, up here. Ta-da! Simple, sweet. That's all we're going to do on the inside. So we're going to set the card base aside just for a minute. What we are going to do is we're going to take our 5/8 by 2 7/8 piece, and we are going to stamp it real quick because this will be the so we can put our red ink away. Happy Valentine's Day. Well, I guess I don't have that one out. Okay. Putting it on my little dirty block. We already talked about my dirty blocks in the last video. If you want to hear that conversation, you got to go back and watch it. And you're going going to stamp it right in the middle. Like that. Now we put the red ink away so Heather can't put her hands in it. And you know what? We're going to do one more. Let's just get all our stamping out of the way. You need, this is where your scrap paper comes in. So grab this one. I tore it a little bit off. Okay. So we're going to stamp this heart. I've already done it because I'm having trouble with my shoulders. So it's going to be this stamp right here. And I prepped and cut and everything ahead of time, just so if I was having trouble the day of the video, that when I do it, I didn't have to worry about it. So also cuts down on time. Okay, so here's our heart on our block. We are using the Blushing Bride, and all you have to do is ink your stamp up, and bam. Then you're going to take your large heart, and you're just going to put this down, run it through your die cut machine, and bam, you magically have this. Easy enough. Okay. Huh, wonder where those came from. Okay. Sidetracked, sorry. Okay, let me put this over here. Get that out of the way. All right, our next piece is our Highland Heather, and that measures 4 by 5 1/4. And I use the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, the embossing folder, the gingham. It goes with this suite, and you just put your paper in. I just kind of centered it, and then you run it through your die cut machine because it's a stamp emboss machine. It dies, it cuts your die cuts, and it embosses, and this is what you're left with. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just so pretty? Which side do we want to use? I don't think it matters. So, whichever one looks pretty to you. Okay, so here's our sample. Here's our card base. Make sure that you have your hearts down on the inside, and then you're going to adhere this down. Actually, you know what? I lied. Let's put this on first. Let me make sure it fits. Yep. Okay, let's put this one on first. It'll just be easy. I use my Stampin' Seal Plus because that's what was handy. No, I have not put my other one back on my desk, so deal with it. They're both great though. This one's just a little bit, has a little bit more oomph, a little bit more stick, I think. Okay. Now let's adhere this down to our card base. Okay. Oops. That was just coming right off there, wasn't it? Straight, Heather, straight. Don't be going off balance on us. Oh, this happens every once in a while. I just turned the humidifier on. It's a little dry down here, so every once in a while, if my paper gets too dry, it sticks to my seal and rolls off a little. So if that happens to you, chances are the air in your house is dry too. There we go. Let's see here. Looks good enough. I'm sticking it down. All right. So next we have our Real Red, which is 3 1/8 inch by 4 1/4, and then our GSP, which is 2 7/8 by 4. We're going to adhere these two together. Super simple. Okay, and then we've got a circle, guys. I use the Layering Circles dies to cut this out. It measures 2 1/8 of an inch across, 2 inches. If you have a 2-inch punch, it's fine. The Layering Circle dies are currently unavailable. I will let you know. I will update this video when they are available again. But as of the time of the recording of this video, they are unavailable. Okay, now here is where Heather apparently did not cut her paper down all the way. Oh, that's right. That's because I did the little trick where you put it on here first. And whatever. So, what am I going to do? You know what? I'm just going to cheat. I'm going to grab my handy dandy pencil. And I'm just going to do it this way. I'm going to center it. I'm just going to mark where I want to cut. There we go. How easy is that? Get out my cutter. I'm gonna line it up. I know you guys, this is probably out of camera, and I'm sorry. Here, I'll show you on the other side though, real quick. There's a little pencil mark here. I'm gonna turn it around, and where the pencil mark is, I'm gonna line it right up here in that little cut line, and then I'm gonna cut it. There we go. So essentially, that's all I cut off. Yep, fits. Okay. Whew. And this is going to go start in the bottom corner of the DSP. There we go. Now let's put this down. Really, I did all 3 sides, and the 4th one I went over. Guess that means I'm getting better, right, guys? Okay, so this is, you're going to center. That looks good to me. And then you're going to use some dimensionals. And we're going to put one on the back of our red one, and he's going to go on the left side. And then we're going to put one in the center of this one. Let's see here. More on when you have it upside down like this, it's going to be more on your right, because then they're going to do that. Oh, and we have to add our gems. Oh, it looks like I need a little piece of that, a little paper, don't I? Oh. I'll use my other one from before. Okay, so my Tombow is upstairs still, because, you know, it's only 10 minutes after I made the other video, guys. I'm just making a bunch of videos today. So 1 drop on a piece of just junk cardstock from the fine tip glue pen, because this glue a little bit. And when I say a little bit does it. This is not the tip that comes with it. I had to buy this separately because Heather forgot to put the glue tip lid back on, and it dried solid and I couldn't get it through. So, you know. Okay, now, when working with glue like this, my tip is to take your pokey tool out of your pick'em tool. There we go. We're gonna get out our gems. Right here, we need a large, medium white and a small white. Okay. Well, there's some small, there's a medium, I think. Let me see, is this a medium? Yep. And that should be a small. Yep. All right. That was the From My Heart faceted gem. Again, it's part of that line. Okay, so let's do the little one first and just get a little dab in the glue. Yep, and then right here where we want it, like this. And because my tool is just so strong, there we go. I'm gonna just tap it with my finger. And then here we go with the medium. And then right underneath. No, you need to get down, get off the, there. Rude. There we go. Then don't forget to put your tool back in and close it, tighten it up. Okay, sometimes this little blue thing, have you guys noticed, has a mind of its own? And it just keeps going. Ugh. And then other times it doesn't want to do it at all. It's like it's mocking me. All right, enough of my babbling. So there you have it, guys. I think that's just adorable. I really like it. Like I said, I love the purple and the red for Valentine's Day. I hope you do too. Until the next card, stay crafty.